get into a Taurus reading here. Alright, let's get started. We have the tea leaf here. Alright, we have box. You will receive a gift. Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Claw, be careful, do not take risks. Bell, announcement. So lots about a gift and announcement coming in. So for some, there definitely actually is going to be news of a birth. You may be pregnant. Alright. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot then. See what's going on here. Alright. We got a lot here. This kind of wanted to cross this. So I'm feeling this in the middle. This is this way. Okay. Alright, so we have here the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. And so for this, I'm kind of getting... It's been a difficult time. It's really put some strain in your mind. You've felt that you've had to have gone, that you had to go cold on something. You've been really giving out too much of yourself, and it's made you a little bitter. It's been a transformative time period. It's been hard on a lot of people. That, like, by a lot of people, I mean people surrounding you. So you were being nice. It's just, it's been a lot. I think you might have been around somebody with a very cup is half empty outlook, and you've had to very much so be the one to create positivity, and it's just been wearing. It's just made you gone cold a little bit because you aren't here to please anybody, to give them a boost. You are trying to boost yourself, and so to have to be somebody else's cheerleader is just something you are happy to do if in the right context, if it wasn't so draining. If it early on, I think you were happy to be this person's cheerleader, but it's just been a black hole almost. But let's clarify a little bit. Can we clarify this Five of Pentacles and Queen of Swords? Oh yeah, the Sun in reverse flipped over there. So I do see this changing. You've caught on to this, like, for a while. And you're ready for a new start. You've just been sort of caught in it. And you do care about this person. Ooh. But you're ready, you want to let your guard down. You don't want to feel like you're walking on eggshells anymore. You're just ready for new beginnings with this. It's sort of made you feel stuck, but it's really just that energy. It is very much so a black hole. You give so much to this that it makes you feel like there's no way through. But there definitely is, and things are going to turn around for you. I definitely see that strongly. But yeah, it's been a lot. So I think it took you a while to realize just how much that you've put into this, that it was, at first it started out you just being nice and feeling like somebody was maybe depressed, or they might have been going through something that, like, you were just being nice and your lovely self, and it just became more and more draining over time because it just didn't go away, and this person started relying on that. There might have been some codependency. But let's move on to this challenge here. So we have the Princess of Hearts, which would be the Page of Cups, and it's a new opportunity that's like fulfilling, crossed by Three of Wands. So yeah, I think you might get caught up in fantasizing. I have a Pisces moon, so I feel you there. Sometimes I don't even realize I'm doing this, but I will just get in my head and I will daydream a lot, and it takes like waking out of it to really realize that I was doing it. Sometimes it's a wonderful gift, but sometimes it's escapism. And I think perhaps you sometimes do that. You feel kind of caught in these circumstances, and so you might find yourself doing that and not actually taking the actions to step away from this. But I do see that you are going to. It's just not been the right opportunity. I'm getting, there's 2 fish here, and it's reminding me of that get while the getting's good saying, like, I'm seeing bears, you know, when the salmon are swimming upstream. So it's like, it's just not been the right time yet. But you're starting to get your vitality back. This new moon in Aries is going to give a lot of energy to a lot of people. Maybe look at your placements and where it's occurring for you. That might help you. I do see her looking at this chart here. So I do see maybe that could really benefit you to see exactly where this new moon in Aries occurs on your chart and what ways it will benefit you. Connecting with your North Node. Because she's got a hat that's got a heart shape to it, and I do see that this boost really will come if you make sure that you're in alignment with your heart, that you are doing things for your highest good, that really make your heart sing. But I do see you've been getting wise to this, and you're going further with that. And you're going to be getting while the getting's good. Maybe basing it with your chart, if you're into that. If you, and like, even if you don't know it, just diving into it a little bit. I think things are going to be coming to you as you like dive into that kind of stuff. A pathway will be made clear. So definitely look into it at the least. A little bit more. I do feel like everything was gathered pretty well with that. I don't know if there's much more to say, but let's look. Clarify this. Ace of Hearts and 3 of Wands, please. I did get gather your thoughts, gather your plans. That is a lot, but I think the strength wanted to pop out. I just think this was very much so about the strength and the Hierophant here. So yeah, definitely make some plans and look into astrology a little bit, or just into the roots of something. Maybe you're into psychology, you could look into that a little bit further. Something is going to be helping you make your plans. King of Cups here and Judgment. Came out in reverse. I think this is about that person that really just takes it out of you. I don't focus on this, is what I'm kind of getting. Let karma take its course. You don't want to focus too much on it, because that'll only block you from having realizations about yourself. Just focus on your path and let bygones be bygones. There is going to be like really good news coming in. A new opportunity, really good news. You're going to be making plans. I do see you could be the one making this announcement that you might be starting a channel. I saw this bell as like the YouTube bell. You might be getting new subscribers if you already are on YouTube. Again with the Fool. Yeah, you are stepping into your power. That is for sure. And stepping in a new direction. But doing so responsibly, doing so in a way that is, and I don't want you to get too worried. Like, plans, I like that saying, life is planning, not plans. I'm butchering that saying. What is it? Life is in planning, not in the plans. Oh, I can't think of it. Oh, and if there's like an unexpected pregnancy, I am getting a little bit on that not to worry about it, because it's actually going to be a blessing in disguise. Like, even if you weren't prepared, you're going to get prepared, and you're going to actually love this journey. So don't fret. But for those who aren't pregnant, it is more about just whatever it is you are trying to birth. But yeah, it's all a good outcome, and there's definitely a lot of good stuff coming in. So don't fret, but just try to like have a foundation, have some roots planted so that it's like a little bit more secure. I like how I was only going to do a little bit here for clarifying, and a lot's come out, so maybe there's going to be a lot coming out. Like, I got the song I'm Coming Out. So yeah, movement forward, that you are stepping out into the light a little bit more, and not in an impulsive way. Definitely you are planning, you are doing this in a solid way. See you turning away from anything that isn't, oh, you know what, let's move on to this part. You are going to be turning away from this negative energy. Somebody who is cold to you, that was sort of a black hole. You're going to get your power back from that and just sort of let that fade into the dark. So 9 of Hearts here, and Death and Strength. So definitely heading towards fulfillment, heading towards that one, well, many wishes coming true. I am strongly getting, so somebody, like, it is for somebody within this reading that there is a pregnancy. But also just new chapters with you. Some of you may have in the past experienced a miscarriage, and it's been a long road. Like, that's probably what you've been, your mind's been on, and what's made you feel a little cold, a little distant, because you've been grieving. And know that it's okay. Like, you needed to take that time. And know that it's like you were allowed to grieve it. Maybe you were confused in it, and you felt like it wasn't okay to feel grief, that you should have been fine, but you were just, your heart needed that time. And what you went through was definitely painful, and I send so much love to you. I can connect with you here. I've experienced this myself, and it can be a confusing time, so please know that it is okay to grieve and to, connect with that child, even though a lot of people might not understand it. But you felt a connection, even if it was very early on. But with this death card here, you're in the transformation period. You're no longer going to be stuck in that rut. Things are at the shifting point. So trust that things will get better, and that you've gained a lot of strength in this. And if you are worried, if you are pregnant now and you are worried that you won't be able to handle it, or that your pregnancy is you're scared of carrying the child, know that you have the strength. You are protected. You're going to get the help you need. You're going to have the strength to ask for help when you need to, but also you just are a very strong person. And whatever you have gone through, this transformative period that you've gone through, you have gained so much insight and strength from it. So trust that. Alright, we can clarify these a little bit. Clarify the 9 of Cups, death, and strength, please. That does want to come out. So yeah, you're in a period of resting, this transformative time. There is just too much going on that you didn't really know how to connect with yourself. Things are definitely changing. This period is ending and you're headed towards a new path. The seeds are fruiting. You might feel very tired at this point, but The seeds have already been planted. You've done a lot of work. Whether you feel like it or not, you've done a lot of work, and things are going to start fruiting here. You're about to see a lot of the changes. Yeah, you're definitely very tired. That energy, that was really taking a toll on you. They're sort of kind of using your positivity, and I see them definitely backing off a little bit more. And with the Hermit here, I feel hope reigniting. I feel like you are going to be measuring a lot of your energy and making sure you take time to rest and take time for yourself so that you can build your strength and keep it going so you can have endurance through this. Alright, let's go ahead and get these affirmation cards for you. Came out, and this is perfect. I am able to accomplish anything I set my mind upon. So that's definitely fitting. Okay, and then we got we got 3 here. I choose to feel calm and relaxed right now. I accept and love myself unconditionally. What is it that you desire and you haven't succeeded at yet? Divide and conquer. Give yourself time and divide your plan into small pieces. After each victory, you will feel uplifted and ready to do more. So take baby steps, make these plans. Definitely set the plans. Don't get too hung up on them. Just take baby steps. And if you don't get them all done, don't let that be defeating. Maybe set aside a like dump list, but then from that kind of make a blueprint. And put things together that fit together so that it kind of goes smoothly. These puzzle pieces are telling me like, oh, it's also reminding me of habit forming. To really establish a habit, they say to put it next to something that you already have a habit established with. So if you go to bed at a certain time, or when you brush your teeth, do this one other thing that you want to add into your habits with that. But you don't want to pile too much at once. Maybe follow the moon path. Heading towards a full moon, build up a habit. And if there's anything you want to release, you want to let go of it during, like on the way towards the new moon. Okay, so this is an excellent exercise of letting go. Put one hand on your heart and feel your heart beating. Take 3 deep breaths and slowly come back to your normal breathing. While doing so, just let go. So yeah, definitely look into the moon cycles and building habits with that or releasing things with that. Sometimes I don't advise fasting. I would never suggest fasting to somebody unless you really know what you're doing, because you want to make sure, you want your blood checked beforehand. You want to make sure your nutrients are good. And there are ways to go into a fast and to break a fast so that you do it in rhythm with your body in a healthy way. And so I wouldn't advise for anybody to do that, but if you maybe look into it, research it, how to do it in a healthy way, because it does help for sure release things. It helped me release a lot of things in my past, and I did it with a fast. But yeah, you want to know what you're doing before you step into that, because it's just for your health. Alright, and then we have here, I accept and love myself unconditionally. Inside each of us is a hurt child that needs to be loved. Stop criticizing yourself and heal the wound by loving the child, by loving yourself. So you might need to do some inner work, connecting with your inner child a little bit. I'm getting coloring will help you. Maybe you can get lost in coloring and let your thoughts kind of connect to childhood and see where they take you. I'm also getting music. Maybe put on music that you listened to as a child. It might help stir some of the thoughts and triggers you had as a kid, and connect with that and try to find the new perspective on those things. It'll help you understand yourself and who you are today, but also will help you see with new light why that happened and how it was actually beneficial in some way, and what you can let go of from it. Let's go try this way. This jellyfish on the stork is telling me to go with the flow. I'm actually getting that song, Jack Johnson. I can't think of the name of the song, but it's like, when you move like a jellyfish, rhythm is nothing. You go with the flow, you don't stop. So music might also help you in doing your planning and doing what you need to do to check things off of your list. Be careful not to take risks. So this is a champagne glass. I think you will be celebrating, but you also are maybe being advised to be careful with consumption. Maybe that's something you need to release. Maybe you overconsume a little bit. Which is okay. I mean, we've all been there, but well, maybe not all of us, but I've been there. We've been there, and we've all been there with overconsumption, and it might benefit you to not consume any alcohol or any substance, because it might give you a little more clarity. It might help you heal a little bit more. Oh, and if you are pregnant, so maybe the that's something you need to get checked out. Maybe you don't know yet. I'm getting sleep is going to be one of the things you transform. Okay, some of you are already doing this with the moon phases, and I see that you are mastering this, the ability to manifest with the moon and to build habits towards the full moon cycle and releasing during the new moon cycle. And you might be very linked up with the moon. And that's going to help you. That's going to give you even more clarity and insight. Some of you need to work on your solar plexus a little bit more, which will help your manifestation. Perhaps be careful of what you put into your gut. Perhaps look into probiotics. You might be having some gut issues. You might need cutting out sugar is one of the best ways to really heal your gut. Any unnatural sugars. I mean, if you can for a period, get rid of all sugars, do so, and then try to go with only natural sugars, as they won't spike you as much. Yeah, definitely. Some of you might have diabetes. You might, like if you already know you do, you definitely want to look into natural sugars. Sorry, it cut off there. So, yeah, definitely look into natural sugars. You're headed towards a more peaceful time. Pyramidal stones or metals or whatever it might be might help you if you have that, to meditate with that. Or focused meditation, where you just focus on one thing, a flame. It could be just whatever. You just keep your eyes focused on one thing, and when your mind or your eyes wander, just bring it back. That's definitely going to be a key in grounding your energy. And just, you're going to be turning over a new leaf. I see you moving swiftly like a leaf in the wind, just moving through any obstacles so easily. But you just have to keep moving. You have to take action, and you have to let go and kind of get out of your own way, leap over yourself. And that'll conclude your monthly reading, and I thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, night, whatever it is for you. And until next time, lovely folk.